Kern's time. I'm not sure she's going to better it, but it will be close.
I think at the moment Julia Kern's feeling the magic of the crowd. She's coming to the finish end of the first lap, 3.3, 11 seconds in front of the next person.
Разворачивайтесь и идите
So
на
it is very early, but yes, she's certainly being pulled along by the crowd at this point in time.
8-2 right now with the double pulling on one single leg. She'll chop into a definite lead on one side soon. So welcome back in 1.9 kilometers. Yasmin Duensu trying to better Julia Kern's time, but as expected, it's close. She's going, I think, very clever, way on the edge there where the snow is a little firmer, so reading the track well.
Итак, все, у нас уже дан старт.
Девочки
находятся на дистанции, напоминают, 3 километра, 1 круг. Последний подъем находится на...
As we get, both of these skiers still have 1 or 2 laps to go, then they'll be going on to their third laps as people are starting. So it does get busy, but you can take advantage of that if you can find someone to work with and jump on the back of.
What a difference it makes. And you could see Lena Fonton just desperately trying to get in behind the slipstream of Ridsek there, Coletta Ridsek, the German athlete, and she's managed to get in behind. Great job.
That's interesting to see the different techniques. Takes you a little bit longer, generally a sign that you're a little bit stronger, a little bit sort of, just keeping the momentum going. But Ridsek, she skied so well yesterday on all the free skate sections. She had a really good race. I think the second half of the course will suit her today.
Brilliant, good attacking tempo there from bib number 4 for the second time. That's Anya Mandelitz.
So Steiner coming through then behind Kern. So Kern has the leading time so far at this point, but Steiner again, she's
in the Australian.
Nice to see Jess back. I thought she'd retired a couple of years ago.
I did too. That's
there
why
you go. She's back.
Probably she lives up in Anchorage, doesn't she?
She used to. I think she. Here's a fact for you. She goes out with David Norris, who is the coach I was giving a shout out to earlier. So the two of them are in Colorado now. So coming out of retirement to test themselves today.
Build up for the Olympics. Why not? Julia Kern has really kept this pace firm. She really is inspired, just like Gus Schumacher was in the men's race. This is Julia Kern pushing harder than we've seen her over this distance before.
Yeah, I think she is an early bib number, so again we might see those times change, but I said that about Schumacher earlier, so what do I know?
Well, Schumacher was something of a miracle, wasn't it? That was incredible. Very tough, I think, to make a top 40 today. And Atava. Well, I'm just thinking, when the World Cup was last in America, Neumanova from the Czech Republic won on that occasion. It was 10 kilometers, but it was a 10K pursuit.
In fact,
just in my head, I was there shortly after the cross-country World Cup went there.
Yeah, she's looking a little bit choppy here. I think if you can stay in skate 2, it is more powerful, but she's very, very short. And the poles are a little bit wide for me, but she's maintaining quite a good snappy tempo, and she has gone into the lead there. She's just taken that time away from Kern, who's now in third. And
yesterday she just made it look so easy to take the victory in the sprint competition. She's the Olympic champion in sprinting, a double world champion in sprinting.
Yeah, so this is Educa coming through. It's very early here, 1.9K, and again in the men's race there was a lot of change. Some people who went off fast did drop down the rankings a bit, but good signs. She's got something to prove today as well, I think. She's looking good here. Again, it's about she's keeping in that skate to the shouts of the crowd as she goes over the hill. And again, this is what Schumacher did brilliantly. As he went up the top bit, he was able to almost accelerate over the top of the hill.
Amazing. Julia Kern really showed some strength there, and that actually pumps you up with lactic acid. So Francesca, the first of, in fact the second of the Italians, of course, Nicole Monsorno led out. Francesca Franchi, she lives actually at high altitude, although she hasn't been at home for a while. Franchi actually 6th over 10 kilometers freestyle is her best.
That's an unbelievable performance from her. I think she was just a step above, so again shows what you can do on the day, and who knows if she can do it again today. But
what about Sam Smith?
Maybe she can be another one to pull something out for surprises. I think she's had second at World Juniors last weekend.
А у Мерзляковой-то какой номер?
The level of her skiing is just hard to believe considering her age.
Give us some more of her history. A really interesting history.
She is not only on the US ski team, she is also on the under-17 US women's soccer team.
It's incredible. She's super talented all rounder. Well, so is Yasmin Juensu. She's a good runner. She's 27-year-old. Sixth at the first day at World Cup, first day of the season, up at home in Ruka. 25th in Hoglax, so Juensu can cover the distance as well. Well, the big Swedish names here we are, 38. She'll be thinking she can win today. Of course, that's Jonas Sundling. Frida Karlsson did 32 as the first of the season. Subre from Germany, good spread of nations, 17 nations here, 62 starters. Catherine Subre, personal best actually, 11th at the Olympic Games a couple of years ago. Over 10 kilometers, that was classic actually.
Yeah, I do think she's slightly stronger in classic skiing, but the German women's team are definitely on the up as well with the performances from Hennig and Karl.
It's a growing team, isn't it? Second start for Matilda Meervold, a 25-year-old. Definitely more a sprinter, but she's here because of the 2 sprint races in Canada last weekend, and of course sprint race yesterday. Teams have brought their sprinters, and actually what's interesting, I was just thinking that of course the story of the Norwegians not bringing a full team, saving some money.
Yeah, it is a little controversial. I don't want to put it down because it's been such a good 2 weeks of racing, but the Norwegians made the decision to only take the athletes, as we see Ridzek starting here. They've only taken the athletes who are in the red group, so that's the top 30, and that's because the governing body will pay for those athletes with travel expenses. So the Norwegians claimed that they couldn't afford to take any more athletes, and I have to say, I don't think that's gone down well.
It's incredible
with anyone, and I think it's pretty disrespectful to the effort these organisers have put on.
I think it is, and as Desiree Stein are about to get underway, it's some of the American teams, 12 Americans that went to Canberra last weekend, many of them had to self-fund or get assistance in terms of funding. The American team simply couldn't afford to take that many.
Yeah, and do you know what? I think sometimes, is it athletes, is it governing bodies, is it coaches? But I know for this time, some of the Norwegians said, hey, we would pay our way if we could go there. The athletes wanted to be there.
Incredible.
But as a federation, they made that decision to make they would not change that. So that's so frustrating for athletes who are desperate for World Cup starts as well.
Experience, isn't it? Katarina Gans, very experienced from Moena. To Bradazzo again in the valley, which will hold the cross-country. Valley cross-country in 2 years' time at the Olympic Games. Dahlqvist, she wanted more from yesterday. Unfortunately, Karen's time, I'm not sure she's going to better it, but it will be close.
I think at the moment, Julia Karen's feeling the magic of the crowd. She's come through the finish end of the first lap, 3.3, 11 seconds in front of the next person at the moment. So there's only 7 people through just now. So it is very early, but yeah, she's certainly being pulled along by the crowd at this point in time.
8-2 right now, where you're double pulling on one single leg. She'll chop into a definite lead on one side soon. So welcome back. It's 1.9 kilometers. Yasmin Juensu trying to better Julia Kern's time. But as expected, it's close. She's going, I think, very clever, way on the edge there where the snow is a little firmer, so reading the track well.
Yeah, and also, again, with the nature of all the Ridzek there, just coming past Lena Contam, bib number 3. So again, as we saw in the men's, there's going to be quite a lot of traffic on this course soon as we get, both of these skiers still have 1 or 2 laps to go. Then there's going to be they'll be going on to their 3rd lap as people are starting. So it does get busy, but you can take advantage of that if you can find someone to work with and jump on the back.
What a difference it makes. And you can see Lena Conton just desperately trying to get in behind in the slipstream of Ridzek there, Coletta Ridzek, the German athlete, and she's managed to get in behind. Yeah, great job.
That's good and interesting to see the different techniques as well. Conton stayed in skates too a little bit longer, generally a sign that you're a little bit stronger, a little bit sort of, just keeping the momentum going. Ridzek, she skied so well yesterday on all the free skate sections. She did have a really good race, and I think the second half of this course will suit her today.
Brilliant, good attacking tempo there from bib number 4 for the second time. That's Anya Mandelitz.
So Steiner coming through then behind Kern. So Kern has the leading time so far at this point, but Steiner again, she's
in the Australian
Nice to see Jess back. I thought she'd retired a couple of years ago.
I did
so
too. That's
there
why
you
I
go.
was-
She's back.
Probably she lives up in Anchorage, doesn't she?
She used to. I think she. Here's a fact for you. She goes out with David Norris, who is the coach I was giving a shout out to earlier. So the two of them are in Colorado now. So coming out of retirement.
Excellent. Build up for the Olympics. Why not? Julia Kern has really kept this pace firm. She really is inspired, just like Gus Schumacher was in the men's race. This is Julia Kern pushing harder than we've seen her over this distance before.
Yeah, I think she is an early bib number. So again, we might see those times change. But I said that about Schumacher earlier. So what do I know?
Well, Schumacher was something of a miracle, wasn't he? That was incredible. It'll be tough, I think, to make a top 40 today. Yanatova. Well, I'm just thinking, when the World Cup was last in America, Neumanova from the Czech Republic won on that occasion. It was a 10-kilometer, but it was a 10K pursuit.
Good fact.
It's just in my head. I was there shortly after the cross-country World Cup went there.
Looking a little bit choppy here. I think if you can stay the picture, it is more powerful, but very, very short.
Болезинская школа номер 1. Серебряным призером становится Иванова Варвара, Воегурская школа, Болезинский район. И на третью ступень приглашается Тронина Дарина, Игринский район, Зуринская школа. Это у нас девочки 2010-2011 годов рождения. У нас в Удмуртии награждают с первого места всегда, дабы поздравлять другую группу, радоваться за них. Итак, среди девушек 2012-2013 годов рождения на первое место приглашается Белослудцева Янина, Кесская школа номер 1. Второе место занимает Мерзлякова София, Ижевск школа номер 86. И на третью ступень приглашается Уткина Валерия, город Можга, школа номер 1. Награждение проводит заместитель директора лыжного комплекса имени Галины Алексеевны Кулаковой, и ему помогает Любовь Михайловна Гарепана. Бронзовым призером становится Чучалин Даниил, Нюрдор-Катинская школа, Воложский район. Даниил буквально у нас выступал недавно на сельских играх в составе спортивных семей, и вот он уже здесь является бронзовым призером. Ну и, конечно же, хочется поздравить личных тренеров, родителей. Спасибо большое, что возите на соревнования.